Hi guys, Ray here from City Fan TV. Manchester Derby Day almost upon us. Team news out probably in a few minutes' time, 3 or 4 minutes' time, 5 minutes, something like that. So we're here for a live stream, short live stream to talk about the team once it is announced. Very interesting to see whether KDB's fit enough. The feeling is he isn't. It's going to be interesting to see whether Pep picks Foden, like he pretty much said he would. Is Foden going to start? Another interesting thing to work out. Is Mahrez going to start? Is Bernardo Silva going to start? Are we going to play with Aguero up front? Are we going to play with another false nine like we did against the United in the derby at their place in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg, where we absolutely trounced them in that first half? It's I said before, you just cannot double guess Pep. Can't do it. I've tried this season. It's extremely difficult to guess what the personnel that Pep's going to use in his team. We've always been, who's going to play in defence? I mean, if Fernandinho is fit, you expect him to play at centre back. I expect Mendes, if he's fit, he should be playing. Walker should be playing. He could throw a curve ball and put 3 at the back, playing Zinchenko at left back. Who knows? Is he going to go with Otamendi or with Stones? Could he throw Garcia in? Don't see that happening. Lots of little conundrums there. Little conundrums. Who knows? Let me just stick this up on the Twitter. Big game. The funny thing is, it's a lot of City fans said it's not as big or as important as it has been in the past, and you've got to be honest and say, yeah, they're probably right. It's not the same. It's not got the same stature. It's not got the same importance as it has in previous years. It's just bragging rights. That's all that it is for United. Yes, they need to win to keep up their challenge for a place in the Champions League for next season. But in all honesty, it's certainly nothing like the importance as it was when Ferguson was around and we were coming through, and the benevolence of Sheikh Mansour and the guidance and expertise of Khaldoon Al-Mubarak et al. It's a dead important game. Still, it's our biggest rivalry. No matter what Liverpool fans want to try and say, what they want to try and pretend that they're important to us. Now they are, but in terms of your local rivals, they're not our local rivals. They can do one as far as I'm concerned. Let's have a look who's on board then. Jack Lee and Chris Lindley, Maximilius, KDB's injured. Yeah, that's. I'll spare me highs first. Hi, Jack. Hi, Chris. Hi, Gustavo. KDB's injured. Yeah, I mean, that's what the news was. And I guess they take a decision from there. It might be confirmed. I might have missed it. Busy lives. Might have missed it. Some sort of confirmation. But as I see it, look, we can play without KDB. Would I rather play with KDB in our team? Absolutely. But look, you can't just rely on 1 or 2 players. And you got to remember, we won the league last season with 98 points, domestic treble, and KDB hardly featured, and he wasn't fully fit when he came back after injury. We can do it without him. We've done it without him. We've shown it, but it's obviously nicer to have him knocking about because he's truly world class. Really is a world class player, and you want world class players in your team. I don't think there's any doubt about that. He's just so good. Let's have a quick drink, guys. And I hope you guys, if you've not seen it already, when the stream's over, you can go and have a look at the what we did is we put the 5-1, the massacre at Main Road, that derby's up there. Right, team uses out, guys. So Ederson, Cancelo, Otamendi, Fernandinho, Zinchenko. I said Zinchenko. Rodrigo, Gundogan, Bernardo, Sterling, Aguero, Foden. Wow. Lineup's out, guys. Lineup's out. You gotta lineup is out. Wow, that's all I can say. I've said this. Nobody, and I mean nobody can second guess Pep. Nobody can second guess him. So I'm just going to put the lineup up for you guys. Nobody can second guess Pep Guardiola. Who would have thought Walker would not have started? Nobody. Well, hardly anybody. Yep, no KDB knocking about them. So here we go. Again, Ederson, Cancelo, Otamendi, Fernandinho, Zinchenko, which I just called, Rodrigo, Gundogan, Foden, Bernardo, Sterling, Aguero. And it's a funny one. I'm looking at that lineup, and from a lineup I did on one of the forums, it's the lineup I chose. And the only difference, I had Walker, I think, for Cancelo. I didn't think Mendy would start because he's not up for doing 2 games in a week. Gustavo, I don't feel confident, but I just look back on what we've done without him. I'm confident enough in the players we've got. Why what, Gustavo? Well, let's look at that team. You got your best, arguably your best centre-back pairing that's available. Yes, I'm not massively keen, personally. Could we play 4-4-2? We've got Rodrigo, Gundogan as 2 defensive midfielders, Foden in front with Bernardo and Sterling Aguero. It's another one. Gerrard, I don't ever say that. I don't mind Bernardo Silva over Mahrez. It depends where. Are we going to play 4-3-3? I think that's the thing for me. And Bernardo could play in midfield, and Foden could play on the right. I mean, to me, I would rather have Rodrigo, Gundogan, and Bernardo in midfield, Foden on the right, like he did against Aston Villa, Aguero in the middle, and Sterling on the left. I agree with you, Mark the Blue. I'd have much preferred to have Walker than Cancelo. But hey, like we said, it is what it is. That's our team. Let's have a quick look at some of the messages on Twitter as well, just to see how people are reacting. It is going to be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting as to how we line up. But I've given you one possible lineup, guys. Manchester, always Blue Moon. Hi, Akram, hope you're well, buddy. Interesting. So what it looks like is obviously Ederson in goal, Cancelo right back, Zinchenko at left back, Otamendi and Fernandinho at centre backs. Fair dues. 2 defensive midfielders are Rodrigo and Gundogan. I'm hoping it's Bernardo Silva in front of them or with them, because I want his energy. And then Foden on the right. Oops, messages again. Foden on the right, Aguero up top, and Sterling on the left. Hey, come on, mate, sending me pictures from United. Oh yeah, Gustavo, got to be excited. Look, as I said after the Carabao Cup final, this is Foden's now playing in bigger games. Yeah, he's starting in bigger games. Starting in the derby. Foden's moved from cup games to starting important league games. This is an important game. Really will be interesting to see how he fares against United. Absolutely. Excuse me, I haven't changed team. Brian says, thought Mendy would play in Walker instead of Cancelo. I thought so as well with Walker. Mendy, I still don't believe he can play 2 games in a week. It's going to be interesting. Kamal, I agree. I agree with you. If I had a choice, I wouldn't have had Gundogan there. I'd have had Foden and Bernardo Silva. Masses of energy. Ikram, I hope we have the legs in midfield today. Lots of energy needed from Bernardo Silva and Foden in particular. I absolutely think so. I think Foden's your man. Foden's absolutely your man. Cancelo Zinchenko at left back. Different lineup again, admin. I mean, absolutely. Always chopping and changing. Guys, I was just going to chuck this in. If you're new to the channel, I don't recognize Amin, for instance. I mean, Lorenzo. Hey, guys, just give us a subscribe. Trying to get to 1,500 subscribers. Would love to get 2,000 by the end of the season. That ain't happening. Our target will have to be 2,000 by the time next season starts. And there'll be a lot of changes next season in with the channel. Aaron says, I would have started with Walker because he has a pace to deal with. Absolutely. I have no disagreements there, Aaron. That's why I want Walker to play. I'm really surprised that Cancelo is keeping his spot. Pep happens to do this occasionally. You know, when someone's off the radar and suddenly, bang, they come in for a game and they think, all right, they're just playing one game. And it's bang, bang. He's here again. To be honest, Ikram, I don't ever look at the opposition lineup. I might hear one or two tidbits, but I don't look at the opposition lineup because I'm not massively interested. I just look at it and say, we're the best. You know, we are the best. I'm just going to send a message. Neil Custis. I mean, you should do this, guy. Whenever Phil Foden starts, you send a message to Neil Custis, because back in 2018 when Foden, I think he signed a new contract or something. Neil Custis, a 6-year contract. Neil Custis said Phil Foden agrees to sit on the bench for 6 years. He thought he was clever. We'll see how clever he is. Here you go. You wanted the Man United team. It's De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw, Williams, Matic, Fred, Fernandes, James, and Martial. That's quite interesting, because we had that United fan on yesterday, and he said James was injured, and we also knew that I think Wan-Bissaka and Maguire were doubtful. I'll stick that to team news up. Possibly Aaron, because he's. I mean, Walker's on the bench. Gustavo says that Mendy has never reached close to the level he ever was at Monaco. Players more regressed. Oh, look, there's no arguments about that, Gustavo. I think the first 2 seasons he was with us, the first few games of the season, he was brilliant. Yeah, I remember that game when we beat Liverpool 5-0. Brilliant crosses, fantastic crosses. Okay, once he got injured, he never came back that season as anything like the player. And so this is the 3rd season at us. I think he's getting back into it. He has some half-decent performances. He's had some poor performances and some decent ones. But we've just got to wait and see. I think he'll stick around for another season. You got to give him I think you got to give him a chance. But but on the other hand, we've got to be ruthless. We can't carry any players. We can't carry any passengers. No sentimentality. We've got to be, if we want to be the best, we've got to be ruthless. And if he's not going to cut the mustard, he's got to go. Absolutely, Mark the Boo, living the dream. You used to think, 6 or 7 years ago, he could just go to watch these players, and now he's playing with them in a Manchester derby. Big, big game. Aaron says, I think we'll struggle if we don't. Look, if usually if your team don't play well, they'll struggle. So fingers crossed. Absolutely, Aaron. They're going to have a lot of work to do. Ikram, they only have 3 attacking players in their lineup. Let's have a look at United then. De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw, Williams, Matic. Yeah, Matic is defensive. Fred is pretty defensive. Who have you got attacking wise? Fernandes, James, and Martial, or James. I'll call him James. But that is a bit of a surprise. It is a bit of a surprise. Should I tell you something else, guys? Part of the bus, Chief Raiden, absolutely. Should I tell you something quite remarkable? I love coincidences, don't you? I love coincidences. Right now, we're live. Okay? Right now, we're live. And normally, what we seem to find on live streams, I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm just checking, double checking my numbers. Now, normally on live streams, we get a flurry of people. We get a flurry of people giving us down ticks on live streams normally. Yeah, we get bombarded with them. But today, we're on 16 minutes. I'm not asking for down ticks. We've not had a single down tick in 16 minutes. That's remarkable, guys. It is really, it's astonishing that normally we get down ticks within the first half minute to 1 minute. Yeah, we get down ticks within the first half minute to 1 minute. First half minute would get a down tick, and within a couple of 2 or 3 minutes, we'd have, you know, sometimes 6, 10. It's a coincidence, because I'm only going to put it out as a coincidence. We're doing a live stream. Somebody else is doing a live stream right now. Okay. Can you see? Notice that coincidence that when somebody else is doing a live stream, we've got no down ticks in 15 minutes when we're always, not regularly, always getting them. Every single stream, we're getting banged straight away. Within half a minute to a minute, we're getting 1, 2, 3 down ticks, and we're getting loads. But it is a coincidence when somebody else is doing their live stream, we've got no down ticks. What a surprise. Not. Anyway, no KDB on the bench. Yeah, that shoulder injury is keeping him out. And to be honest, I think if he's not 100% fit, don't take the risk, because there's so many big games to come. Look, this is a big game for bragging rights only. Okay, we're going to finish in the top 4. We're probably going to finish second in the league. I would rather keep KDB for the Arsenal game. You know, if it's touch and go for today, save him for Arsenal. Rest him for Burnley. Bring him back for Real Madrid. That's how I kind of see it. Or, you know, playing Arsenal if it's fully fit, playing at Burnley, playing at Madrid, whatever. The big game for me is obviously that Real Madrid game. That's the big game. And then the FA Cup game the weekend after against Newcastle. Those are 2 big games that I want KDB. And if there's a risk of him playing and getting hurt and missing 2 or 3 weeks, I don't want to take that risk. Save him for the next game. That's what hopefully I've covered that the KDB situation for you. I mean, have you ever been on an away side? To be honest, Gustavo, I haven't. I had actually a good friend of mine asking for it. I mean, if I was going today, he's there. He's sending me pictures. Thank you very much, my mate Rich, sending me pictures of Old Trafford. Once he knew I wasn't going, he sends me pictures through. But obviously, living in France for so many years, and then coming back, it's very hard to get tickets for the Old Trafford without paying big money. And for the last couple of seasons, to the home end, and this year especially, my mate said to me, "You'll be recognised." I said, "If I go in the home end at United, I can sit on my hands and I'll still get beaten up, because I'll be recognised." You know, you'd think a little old channel like this and little old me wouldn't get recognised, but I'd get recognised, and I think they'd find a reason to keep hitting me. So it's the way it is, guys. It's the way it is. So yeah, but one of my son's friends, I could have got a ticket from there, but that's sitting in United end. My brother-in-law could have gone with him. That's sitting in the United end, and I can't do it. As I said, my face is too punchable these days, and it's maybe not that safe for me to go into the home end. So I said, unless I can get a ticket to the away end, I'm not going. And to be honest, I'd even try this game, because my wife was supposed to be in France, but she's not. Things came up. She was supposed to be away, basically, and I'd have to look after the kids and blah blah blah. It just rolls on. You don't look after your family. I mean, AMSM production. You're feeling fast goal as I hope Aguero scores a hat-trick today. It's my fantasy football captain, a hat-trick. Gustavo, I'm from Manchester. From Man United's ground. I'm about 25 minutes, 30 minutes. I was actually near there yesterday, over in Stretford. And from City's ground, I'm about, if there's no traffic, it's about 20 minutes. 20 minutes drive. Aaron, well, you know, look, I've been to. I had a mate of mine who worked for me. He was my finance director when about 15 years ago, and occasionally I'd take him to a City game and he'd come with me in the City end away game. And I remember going with him to watch, I think it was Blackburn versus United away, and I think Rooney scored that day. I mean, I had to be, quiet, but it didn't make much difference. Blackburn were rubbish. But so I went to the odd game with him, and he got to the odd game with me. But I just can't imagine going into the. I've been in home ends before. I've been in. Occasionally, I'll go into a home end, but that's before I started doing YouTube stuff and getting noticed a little bit. I just couldn't do it now. Kamal, yeah, I don't think the KDB injury is that serious, but because he was supposed to be training yesterday, I think Pep said in the press conference on Friday that KDB would train on Saturday. They weren't sure, but there's no point taking a risk if you're not sure. As I said earlier, let him get fit, let him come back 100%. I want him 100% for the game against Real Madrid and the game against Newcastle. Hopefully, I'm looking forward to Wednesday. I'll probably go to the Arsenal game. I don't like these rearranged games in midweek, but there's no choice. There's nothing else we can do. Yeah, I'll try and take my kids. I have to wear a mask. Might wear a ski mask. I've got some proper masks actually. We prepared for this back in January for the coronavirus issue. But I'm not getting carried away by it. I'll go by whatever, maybe not what the government say, but I'll look at what health experts say, the ones that I trust and believe in. And you guys know both of my brothers are doctors, so I can chat with them. And but yeah, one brother I spoke to him today said on the airplane I wear a mask. So that's his choice, whether it's right or wrong, good or bad, whatever. That's his choice, and it's good enough for me. He said, basically try and avoid going to big gatherings over 1,000 people. I think the game against Arsenal will be at 50,000. So it'll be a slightly big gathering, but that's the way it is. Ikram, if Aguero scores today, he will become the all-time top scorer in Manchester Derby. Come on. It would be fabulous if we could get Aguero. If Aguero could do that today, it would be fabulous if Sterling could break his duck against United. I think he's played a load of times. I don't think he scored against them, certainly not for City. So it's a big occasion. Hey, Kay, hope you're well, Kay Daubney. Yeah, come on, City. There, but hey, I'm not going to sit in the United end and get beaten up. What's the point? Because I'd get recognised very quickly, I'd get beaten up very quickly, or at least attacked, and I'd get chucked out for being in the United end. So there's no winning there. There's no point doing that. Yeah, come on, Sterling. Hey guys, I'll say it again. If you're new to the channel, it'd be great if you could subscribe. Give us a subscribe and hit that bell icon so you're notified when new videos come out. And I think next season we're going to go for a mad extra stuff on the channel. There's going to be some crazy things coming on. And don't forget, I'll remind you again, I think it's on Monday, I'm going to release information about the competition that we're going to have. There's going to be a knockout competition, basically a quiz, where you can be pitted against somebody else. And the aim of the competition is it'll be on live streams only, to stop people cheating, basically, because you will get people who will try and cheat. It's going to be on a live stream. And the idea is obviously it's going to be City related questions and a knockout tournament. The winner will get a Manchester City home shirt, this season's home shirt, size L. And the runner-up, I'll find a prize for the runner-up. It might be just a plain old Man City t-shirt, or I've got an Otamendi t-shirt, stuff like that. So I've got bits and pieces to offer for the runner-up. But for the winner, I mean, it's a cracking prize, I think. I've got, it's brand new, not been worn. Okay, it's sitting there waiting. Home t-shirt, sorry, not home kit, a home first team kit for the winner of this competition. So keep in touch. We won't start the competition for a week or something because I want to get enough entrants into the competition. But keep in touch. Keep watching, guys. As I said, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out. And we've got lots of stuff going on. You know, the fantasy football league we've got this season. Last season, the first prize was that training shirt signed by Pep, Fernandinho, and the third guy was Bernardo Silva. This season, it's a Otamendi t-shirt, and we've also got a competition on running on Twitter to win. There was a limited edition book. There's 169 hardback copies of this book printed. It was Leslie Ross's book with all the illustrations for the 169 goals we scored last season, I believe it is. Anyway, thank you very much, Kate, for subbing. Let's have a look. Aguero to score first, City to win 3-1. Aaron, I'd be happy with 3-1. I think I put that in my predictions league with my City friends. Ikram, whenever I wear my away shirt with Sterling on the back, he never scores. I might have to change, guys. Well, put something else on and don't come on live if you're not got a shirt on. Let's have a look at some other comments before we get ready for the game. Gustavo, is UEFA's agenda against City more deep down rooted than their jealous agenda against the Premier League? The league more makes it's a combination, Gustavo. They don't like the Premier League, okay, for the fact that it's making so much money. Other leagues are jealous because we're making more money. And I'll give you one example. Besides the coefficient changes, so that teams are rewarded for historic triumphs, a lot of rubbish. One other thing they did, the BT Sport money. Okay, the BT were paying so much. They paid so much to win the Champions League rights off Sky. They paid so much. And that was actually what we were getting was dwarfing what the other clubs around Europe were getting from their TV deals. So what I think UEFA did, one season, was it last season they started this? They took a percentage of the BT deal. Now, what normally happens, I believe, the BT deal will be distributed, you know, your home, whichever your league is. If it's Spain, whoever does their Champions League deal. In England, it was the BT deal. If it's in Germany, whoever does whichever German TV does the deal, it's that money. So it's your TV deal's money was distributed amongst the clubs, okay, that were through basically the English clubs. And because that was way, it could have been 3, 4, 5 times the value of the association deals. What UEFA did was they took some of the BT deal and put it in a pot and spread it with everybody. So I think they take a bit from every deal, every league's deal, you know, and they take a small a percentage of it and they share that amongst everybody to make it fairer. UEFA don't care about fair. This is pressure from those other leagues who, if the BT deals, let's say it's £1 billion. Let's say City getting 40 million quid or 60 million quid from the BT, and a team in Germany is getting 20 million or 15 million from their team because it's nowhere in the same ballpark. It's a way to siphon money off the English teams, the English league, and give it to others. Okay, they're not bothered about small clubs or this and that. You know, they're taking it from who's got the most. If it was Spain, I guarantee if Spain were getting the deal that BT were giving English clubs, they wouldn't have done this. So you can see their agenda against City. Do you know how long the match will start? In 35 minutes time, Kay. I won't be doing a live stream. I've said this season I don't like to do live streams because I want to watch the game. I did the one half against Wolves because I thought we were playing particularly badly, and I came on to talk at half time. Was that time? I think the game was on Amazon. Can't remember now, guys. But I came to on at half time to do a halftime review. The game started, the second half started, and it just ended up carrying on. But I'm not doing that. Next season, we'll have some new stuff, and I'm hopefully going to get a presenter who wants to do watch along. So watch this space. Kieran, Man United fan here, expecting a massive performance from us today. We're difficult to beat when we play three at the back with wing backs. Wan-Bissaka will deal with Raheem. If Bruno turns up, we'll win. To be honest, mate, Kieran, I haven't seen enough of Bruno. He's only played a few games. I mean, he only joined in end of January, so he's not played many games for you because you've had that winter break as well. So what's he played? 3, 4, 5 games? It can't be that much. So I've yet to be, impressed is the wrong word. I've yet to be convinced by him. I think Sterling's not playing well enough, so Wan-Bissaka does have a chance against him. I think this team we've put out, it's really going to depend upon our system, our strategy, our tactics, rather than our personnel. Because looking at that, it's we look at it and say, well, it's not some of our best personnel there. But I think Pep's shown, a system can win you a game. It can even win you leagues. So I've got to feel confident with whatever Pep does. You can't really knock him. Now let's have a look at some more comments. Angus, hey. Angus, hope you get better soon, Angus, mate. Okay? IK, I think you already said that. No worries, Angus. Let's have a scroll down. Can I get a shout out? I've given you plenty of shout outs, K. Angus says 2-1 City. Well, KDB's not playing, Angus. You've got to look at the teams up there, and the subs are up there on the screen. KDB's injured. Ellie, MUFC, all right, buddy. Hope you're well. Come on, City CSK. Ikram, Ikram's telling Angus. Bernard would take a draw. I don't. City we don't do draws. We want to go there and win. Want to win. Absolutely, Angus. That was a long time ago. If we lose Terry from the football terrace, will go in on us. Ikram, I've done stuff with him, but it's just look, far too many channels. It's just drama for no reason. Drama pretending to be passion, and it's just there to create a stir and get people to hit likes and watch and whatever to make. I've said it many times. Do what you like to make money. It's different to what I do. I remember Mike Longer. He says that I bring the passion to his podcasts because I get really excited, which is one of the reasons I don't do. They'll watch alongs because I get excited and I get very nervous. I've watched games just standing up, clench, holding my hands like this. I've watched games like that, 70, 80 minutes just like that, or like that. I don't think you want to see me, doing a watch along going like this for 80 minutes and being scared and nervous and energetic and whatever, full of adrenaline. Okay, we're not out of the Champions League. We have got a 2-year ban from the Champions League. UEFA have accused us of FFP, financial fair play breaches. City are appealing. We have appealed, and we'll first of all wait to see what they say. They can do one of 3 things. They could throw the appeal out and say, no, we uphold the appeal. I don't think that's going to happen. They could back us and say, yeah, we're going to throw the original verdicts out, or they could say we'll reduce your penalty from 2 years to 1 year. So those are the 3 options. But I think whatever happens, I hope, sincerely hope, even if we win outright at CAS, it's going to be one on a technicality. It's one on procedure. It's not based upon the validity of financial fair play itself. So I would really like us to go and take them to court. Hi, Adam. Hope you're well. Try and keep up with you guys. Bro, it's Momo. Rings a bell, Momo. Foden's going to do madness. I hope so. I hope he scores. Angus, I don't multitask anymore. Hi, Dunk, hope you're well. Stone's injured again. Don't want to see him in a City shirt again. Oh, come on, mate. That's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh. I didn't know he was injured, actually. But I've only just noticed he's not in 18. But the thing is, we've only, you do only so many spaces. Yeah? You can only pay, if Laporte was in, then somebody else would miss out. If Leroy Sané was fit, then somebody else would miss out. So you can only pick 18 players on, but it'll be interesting to see if he's injured or not, or whether he's been totally rested for Arsenal. That would be a surprise because obviously, you can see Eric Garcia is there. But maybe Stones is just having a rest after featuring in a couple of, important games. Yeah, absolutely. Foden goal. If we win and Foden scores, I think that's as much as you want. Bernard says Foden will be knackered by 10 minutes having to carry Rodgers and Gundogan. So, look, Foden will give extra energy. But if he's knackered after 70 minutes, look who we can bring on. We can bring on David Silva to control the midfield. We could bring on Riyad Mahrez to cause hopefully some havoc and use his trickery up front. We could bring on Gabby J and switch Sterling to the other wing. So we have got lots of options. Gustavo, do I embrace City's growing fan base worldwide? Or are you one of those who hate new fans? The higher fan base, the higher the... Look, I accept that City winning stuff and global reach is an inevitability. And I have no problem with fans from anywhere in the world. What I do take... not offense is the wrong word. What I take a bit of umbrage to is when you got fans, for instance, I won't say the guy's name, but we used to have an American fan who got banned, who said City should be focusing on the overseas fans, basically, and not worry as much about the local fans. And we know that's happening, but we say that's wrong. I say City should still have a big focus on its the local fans, even though we don't contribute a massive amount to the overall income figures. We'll contribute, I reckon, this season, the next set of accounts will be lucky to be 10% of the overall income will be from match day income. That's fans buying tickets and buying food and whatever, actually going to games. So it will be a very small proportion, 10% or so. But fans coming along, I have absolutely no problem with that, Gustav. I welcome and embrace new fans. And actually, if you see some of the stuff I've done in the past with fans from, look at the pictures. You can go and look at some pictures. I've had fans from Korea at the Etihad Stadium taking pictures with them. Fans from Belgium, fans from China, I think fans from Taiwan, fans from all over the shop, all over the place. Chatting to them, taking pictures, whatever. I even remember some Belgian fans last season, and I can't remember. Someone had, I think they had a half and half scarf. Can't remember the game. And I actually went over and I had a purple or a maroon City scarf, and I gave him my scarf and said, you don't wear half and halves. So either that or the rest of the guys were. I can't remember the actual. It's over a year ago now. Whether the rest of them had scarves and he didn't, but I remember giving him my scarf. I've met people in Ukraine, all over the shop, chat with them, Spain, Portugal, chat with fans, and I welcome them. I absolutely welcome them. I don't like sometimes when you do get you get it with young, and I categorize them together, some young fans and some new fans who forget quickly about City's history, and sometimes they're just there saying stupid, daft things on social media. That grates with me a little bit. But you get some, guys who are 50 years old who've been supporting City for 40 odd years who say some daft things on social media too. Kex O'Neill, Foden starting, absolutely, buddy, absolutely. Cheers, Angasila, Ikram. No worries, Kate. What's my take on the lineup? I'd like to see how it's going to set up. Look, yes, am I surprised that Cancelo started instead of Walker? Yes, I am. Would I have gone with Rodrigo and Gundogan? Possibly not. If they both play as DMs, it might work. It might work. It depends whether Bernardo plays out on the right or Foden plays out on the right. But for me, I'd have Bernardo in the middle. I think that's too much for Foden to do what KDB does. I think that's too much. It's asking for too much. I'd rather have Bernardo, his energy, in there with Gundogan and Foden on the right, Sterling on the left, Aguero up front. And we've got some decent players to come on off the bench with Gabby J, David Silva, Mahrez. I think those three stick out to me. Unless someone's having a really poor game, those are the three subs that I expect us to utilise. But end of the day, it's a good lineup. It's good. Look, you know, it's you got to say it's good enough. Would I have loved KDB instead? Absolutely. Would have loved having KDB there. But it is what it is. We haven't got KDB. We've got to go with what we've got and be happy. Hey, great. And someone's come. We've got those 22 down ticks at last. It's taken a while. It's taken a while to come on board and do that. Gustavo, never wear half and halves. Never wear half and halves. Right, guys, I think that's it. So I'm going to, you know, we've got 25 minutes or so before the game kicks off. I'm going to bid you farewell. Adieu. Or sayonara. Auf Wiedersehen. Au revoir. And we'll catch you probably at full time. I think that's my plan, is to come back at full time. Maybe at half time. We'll see. But my idea is to come back at full time. Guys, take it easy. Enjoy the game. Don't get too het up if we're having a bad game. You know, we've got bigger fish to fry.